ready for your weekly dose of pixie dust with Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm Patrick Dougal.
And Patrick Dougal.
Yes.
A pretty big movie opened. One we've been hearing about for a very long time.
Super long.
Yeah. 65 million years in the making? No, that's Jurassic Park's tagline. Oh. Anyway, The Good Dinosaur finally came out.
Yes, it did.
And we've seen it.
Yes, I did.
And what'd you think?
I liked it.
I liked it very much. Having said that, it's not a perfect movie. Mm-mm. It's very enjoyable to me. I think this is now the second time in a row that a Pixar movie did not open at number one. Because that happened with Inside Out because of Jurassic World.
Yes.
And then this, I think, because of Hunger Games?
Probably. I did not look at the box
I'm pretty
office.
sure. I'm pretty sure it's not number one, which... Like, now we're in, like, that streak of Pixar not being number one, which isn't a great direction to be going. Yeah. But it made a ton of money. It did very well. But I liked it a lot. I know, like, the critics have been very on the fence about it. I understand the concerns about it. Here's the reality.
I think the reality is people hold Pixar to such high standards.
That's
and, like,
part of it.
if this was just any other just animation movie that came out, people would love it.
Totally.
But because it's Pixar and they hold it to such a high standard, like it's
a really good movie.
Like
I cried.
I put it in my top 10 Pixar movies, but probably in like the lower middle list.
Yeah.
But it's still up there.
I'll put it to you this way. I don't really plan on buying Inside Out on Blu-ray, but I do want to buy Good Dinosaur.
I bought Inside Out on Blu-ray. But I Black Friday'd it because it was $10.
Nice.
But no, I think Inside Out is a very, like, it's kind of a complex,
totally,
like, deep, like, great story, deep, like, complex, like, thing, just...
It's good storytelling. Yeah. If you asked which one is a better made film, it's Inside Out. Mm-hmm. If you asked me which one I enjoyed more, I really enjoyed Good Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Look, I'm biased because they're dinosaurs.
And The Good Dinosaur is like a simple story. It's a buddy film. Yeah. There's lots of filler, but it's enjoyable.
With Mufasa.
Yeah. Pretty much. A lot of Lion King in there.
Kind of Lion King.
But I liked it a lot.
Well, the thing is that this film's been in the works for a while. I think they got rid of at least one director, right? And they kind of scrapped it, started all over. No, look, if we didn't know that, I don't think I would have been able to point that out. But knowing that, I'm like, okay, that kind of explains why it's such a simple film. It felt like a short film with a ton of filler. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of filler. I'm like, oh, they're in danger again. Oh, the pterodactyls are back.
Yeah,
like, stuff like, having said that, I really liked it. Go see it. I liked it a lot. There were a few specific moments. Oh, first of all, the mountain that was like near his home that
Clawtooth?
Whatever it was called.
Clawtooth?
Something like that. I called it Expedition Everest. It looked exactly like Expedition Everest.
And it was Clawtooth because it had like 3 claws.
Yeah, look at Expedition Everest.
It does not have 3.
It has at least 2. I don't know. It looked very Expedition Everest to me. So I thought that was funny. I actually laughed out loud a lot during this movie. Like, a lot. When they ripped the bug's head off.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? It was Spot who got the bug and he was, like, trying to find something for Arlo to eat.
Yeah.
And he kept bringing all these different things, and Arlo is a vegetarian, or an herbivore. And he kept bringing all these animals, and he brings a bug and rips its head off. And I don't know why. Maybe.
There was a lot of, there's a lot of death in the movie.
Well, yeah. Like, it's a Disney movie, hello.
But, of cute little animals. Like, the one that the pterodactyl eats.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, we saved it. And then he just eats the little cute critter.
The pterodactyls were mean.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the drug berries.
I didn't know what was happening.
You knew exactly what was happening.
Yeah, but I was in shock of what is Pixar doing?
There was an acid trip in the middle of Good Dinosaur, frankly. Yeah. There just was. They eat poison berries, I guess. And there's just an acid trip in there, which is pretty funny. And then, those were my thoughts on Good Dinosaur. I really liked it. Mm-hmm. I loved Arlo and Spot.
It was I got more emotional in that rather than Inside Out too.
Me too, absolutely. That was the thing about Inside Out. It was shockingly unemotional to me. Shocking, considering it was a movie about emotion. Shockingly unemotional. Good Dinosaur. I don't know. I know you cried at the clip that they showed at D23.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, it was the end of the movie where I was like, why can't they have, you know, I don't want to ruin it, but things happen that you're just like, come on, this could work out. And so it's sad. Arlo and Spot, quite a team. I love them. Mm-hmm. That's Good Dinosaur for you, folks. Moving on from there with more Disney animation, we have a Zootopia trailer that came out, which once again
we saw
we saw months ago at D23. But so if you follow the blogs at all, you know, folks, that the most popular scene was this sloth scene from Zootopia. The entire trailer is that.
Yeah, it's not really a trailer. It's like a scene from a movie.
Which scares me, because clearly this scene tested very well. Listen, I'm not like, I hope I'm wrong. I'm sure I'll enjoy Zootopia. I'm not like dying to see it type of movie. That scene is hilarious. In fact, I was watching it recently and still laughing out loud watching it. It's hilarious, but I'm scared that that's the only good thing of the movie.
Well, I thought the other scene that we saw at D23 was funny as well. What was it? It was like the ice cream shop with the elephants.
Okay. Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't the sloth scene.
But he like cons them out of it.
Yeah. So Zootopia coming out, what is it, spring, I think?
Yeah, March.
Yeah, oh, soon. Jeez.
Real soon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then soon to follow Finding Dory.
When's that, June?
Yeah.
Jeez. Lots of... And then Walt Disney Animation has 2 movies next year, right? Because they have Moana coming out as well.
November.
Yeah. 2 movies from Walt Disney Animation. And
exciting.
How many Pixar? Just Dory?
1.
Cool.
We got 2 this year.
Yeah, rock and roll. So that was fun. Let's see. We had some Star Wars stuff happening, of course. Mm-hmm. There's already news about the box office for Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
It's a lot.
It's interesting because there's a lot of obviously it's I think over 50 million in advance sales already, which is huge, but not the biggest. And they're comparing this to, like, you know, a Jurassic World type of opening, which is a summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
And they're saying, you know, December movies don't tend to do as well opening weekends, and it makes sense. Kids are still in school December 18th. People are kind of in the crazy Christmas rush, spending a lot of money on gift giving and such. So I think that it will grow. I still think opening weekend's going to be amazing.
Fun fact.
I love fun facts. Let's hear it.
Highest grossing movie, Avatar, opened in December.
December, yeah. Which went over 2.4 billion or something
like that.
Yeah, its opening weekend was...
its opening weekend was only
great.
70 million.
Yeah, see, so that's the thing. The opening weekends in December, even though the movies will be huge smash hits, the opening weekends aren't necessarily as good. So, like, to get a Jurassic World type opening, I still think it has a very good shot of beating that. But the experts are saying not necessarily because of December. So we'll see. I mean, 50 million advance sales. What was the budget for the movie? This is what blows my mind.
I have no idea.
I feel like they've already made their money back.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Between advance ticket sales,
they probably had
merchandising.
over 100 million in budget.
Yeah, but still merchandising, Black Friday. They made it all back.
I'm sure they made it all back in just the BB-8s.
Yeah, seriously. So
I'm sure they made it all back in the BB-8 sippers that they're selling like Disneyland. Those are going like hotcakes. Literally every other person I see has a BB-8 in their hand drinking out of.
Have you ever bought a hot cake?
I've bought French toast.
Okay. A hot cake is just a pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just curious. I just like that term, selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, people love pancakes.
Yeah, I do.
I like French toast.
French toast is good. Oh my god. Peanut butter and jelly French toast. That's all I'm just going to say. Way too much.
Anyway.
That's a huge digression. So yeah, fun fact.
Fun fact.
Ready for a fun fact? The biggest December opening was actually a Hobbit movie at 85 million.
Desolation of Smog?
I don't think so, but
third one?
I don't know. I read the title and I didn't write the whole thing down because I was like, no, it was a shorter title.
Oh, it was Unexpected Journey?
I think it was that one.
The first one,
which is
recognizably known as the worst one.
Oh, I could be wrong.
I think you're right because it was the hype of like the Hobbit.
Oh, the return of Lord. Because what was the gap between Lord of the Rings and Hobbit? It's quite a few years,
2003 was the last.
And then the Hobbit was like, 08? I love this.
2004.
I love this thought stance.
I feel like, because Lord of the Rings came out in like 1 year.
Yeah.
So I want to say like between the 2002 to 2005 range.
Okay. Well, we're off topic. In any case, that's Star Wars.
More than 10 years.
That's Star Wars: The Force Awakens. But let's move on to Season of the Force. Okay, so Season of the Force has been going on at Disneyland. I've experienced it. You have as well. Whew. Let's start. Let's save the best for last. Let's start with.
Well, first I just want to say, there's a lot. Like I usually can't find a reason to spend a lot of time in Tomorrowland. Okay. There's a good part of me that I could spend more than half the day in Tomorrowland alone. Yeah,
it's a big thing. I love it. There is no official end date from what I know, but I'm hearing May. That's
no. They said,
or maybe
they said at least Hyperspace will run through May.
That's a long time.
So I assume everything else will run through May.
So that means 2016, there will be less regular Space Mountain than overlay Space Mountain.
Yes.
That's crazy. So maybe that'll be like a big return. People will be excited about that. But yeah, the one thing that isn't selling me on this whole, what's it called again? Not Hyperspace Mountain, Season of the Force, is the whole dark side, light side thing. I know like they're really pushing that, and honestly, it's frankly to sell things twice. But I'm just not buying it. Like, I don't know.
In terms of...
It just doesn't, like, move the story forward for me. Like they literally cut Tomorrowland in half. Yeah. One side of it is light side, the other side is dark side, and then when it comes to food, there's a light side option and a dark side option. And, you know, even photo ops, pick one or the other. It's to get people to spend double the amount of time and money, it feels like, which is fine. I just don't think it, like, really improves the story at all. Like, if it wasn't there and it didn't exist... I wouldn't care.
I don't think it's a hindrance on anything.
No, it just doesn't do what it's... Well, I guess it does what it's meant to do. It doesn't do the BS excuse of what it's meant to do, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it's like part of the story. Like, obviously there's a dark side and a light side to Star Wars. Yeah. Most people prefer Sith or Jedi. Yeah, pick. Which one are you? I don't know.
I'm more Sith.
I feel like I'm Jedi.
Okay. Cool, because you're Luke Skywalker.
No, I just really like Chewbacca.
That's gotta stop at some point. Star Tours. So Star Tours has a new scene. You've experienced it?
Yes, so Jakku.
Right now is that the name of the planet?
Yeah.
Very good. High five for that, because I had no idea. That was a bad high five. There we go. The new scene, you're guaranteed to get it right now, which is great, because...
I've been through February.
Yeah. Or is it January 10th? February? Something. February. Into the new year a bit. It's really cool, new scene. I will say there's one thing that happens in the new scene that's like a new feeling on Star Tours, which I love. When you're slanted...
You're just like...
You're slanted sideways. Like you get stuck somewhere and the vehicle's slanted sideways.
You're just like...
And I loved it. Like I was just... it's great to have a new sensation on an existing ride. I loved that. Like that was a moment that stood out for me. Of course... The little guy that we see. What was that?
That's my excited sound.
Wow. I loved it.
Of course, in Star Tours, you get a hologram from like Princess Leia, Yoda, Akbar, whatever. For episode 7, you get BB-8. And he comes in, he like rolls onto the little screen, and then like R2's in the other screen, and they're like communicating, and like C-3PO is kind of like telling us what's going on. Yeah. So BB-8's like, wah, 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 and C-3PO's like, a mission? No, we're not going on a mission. And he's like, wah, 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 wah. It's great.
I love how excited you got about that.
Yeah.
Something interesting that happened with the Star Tours new scene is some other old existing scenes got upgrades.
Yeah.
So what did you get as your last scene?
I've been on it twice since it went on. So I got Naboo and it's the city one. It begins with the C.
From episode 2.
It begins with the C. I want to say Crescent City. I'm not gonna. Somebody will correct me. Thanks.
I'm bad with Star Wars names, but so what were the differences in your films?
I don't notice any real difference in the city one. There's probably I haven't seen that one in a while, but
I know that one's pretty rare.
Naboo, there was there used to be a part where when you crash into the water, there was a Gungan or Jar Jar like waving at you. Now you actually hit him.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I feel like I don't know if we got a different one because you told me something. You told me in Naboo.
Did you not get the glass crash?
No, I did, and you told me it's gone.
Oh, interesting. So wow. So they have different versions of each of the cities.
I feel like that's
different. Interesting.
Yes,
awesome. So in mine, when I experienced Naboo. At the end, typically, it's always been the spaceship crashes through the glass windshield on your ship.
Yeah.
That didn't happen in mine. It didn't crash. Instead, one of those little droids took like a bucket of, I think it was yellow paint, and like threw it onto our windshield, and that's how it ended.
Weird.
So that's very interesting.
So mine.
I don't think what is it, a Gungan? Am I saying the right name?
Yeah.
I don't think we hit him. We could have, and I missed that, but I feel like it was like the typical.
No,
way.
there's like he's like swimming, and it's like CBL's like, look, a Gungan, and then he like hit him.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So it's kind of I'm happy to see that they got upgrades on that, even more than what we expected. That's hey. Give people more than what they expect. That's a fantastic way of doing things. And it's great that I feel like that information didn't really get leaked like early. We knew we were getting new scenes, but we didn't know to that extent. So I think that that's fantastic. Anything else about Star Tours? Thumbs up? I agree. Thumbs up.
Yay.
And then there's the launch bay, which, I don't know, what did you think of it?
Launch bay is really cool. There's a lot of props and items from movie, especially episode 7 coming out. There's a gift shop for it. Of course, there's character meet and greets.
There's a giant green screen. This is the actual blue screen. This is the actual blue screen used for episodes 1 through 3. We built no sets.
There you go.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah. So I like it. You can meet Darth Vader, Chewbacca, and if you're lucky and hang out by the cantina, you can meet Boba Fett.
Oh, nice. I didn't do the character meet and greets there. I walked through quickly. Seemed like a lot of open space. And I don't know if that's because they were just expecting huge crowds or what, but I don't know. I'm jaded by seeing like props and replicas and stuff.
Well,
so.
did you know that the characters are let me get the term for this. Articulated?
The meet and greets?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Chewbacca, Boba Fett, and Darth Vader talk to you.
Oh, okay. But like nothing moves on Darth Vader.
No.
Okay.
Obviously.
So, but it's like they have conversation with you, like, hello, Patrick. That's my terrible.
I don't
Darth
think
Vader.
they can say your name, but yeah.
But it's like talking Mickey.
Yeah, almost.
Oh, interesting. What does Chewbacca say to you?
He has just a bunch of
He just groans.
Yep.
Okay, fun. Okay, very cool. Yeah, Launch Bay, if you're going to miss something, I'd say miss that. And then in the Tomorrowland Theater, they have, I forget the official name of it, Star Wars...
Path of the Jedi?
Path of the Force?
Path of...
Was it the Jedi?
I have a picture of it on my phone, but I think it's Path of the Jedi.
Path of something. I thought it was cool. I know of people who are expecting more from it. I don't know why. I think it was like non-regular Disneyland folks who were like expecting like a full 4D experience. It's not that, folks. But I liked it. What did you think?
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it. Okay. It's just, I mean, it's a montage of the original films. I'm happy to say, because I know at first, I was concerned that they were going to kind of cut out episodes 1, 2, and 3, which I think is just rude to do. And frankly, it's part of the story, regardless of how you feel about them. I was happy to see there's a lot of that in there. Speaking of that in general, in Tomorrowland, first of all, one of my favorite things is that the Star Wars music is playing throughout the entire line. And there's tons of stuff from episodes 1, 2, 3, like that beautiful love medley from Attack of the Clones. And
the music is still great from those movies.
Yeah, of course. But I just feel like they kind of push it to the side, but I'm glad to see like they didn't. I got the impression they were going to, because I remember when they were describing this Tomorrowland Theater experience, they were saying that it was going to be the classic Star Wars films. I was like, well, what do they mean by that? Like, I was a little concerned that they were gonna do something bad, but no, I enjoyed it. Totally worth checking out if there's not a super long wait. It was fun, but of course, I think the highlight of the whole season of the Force is
the food.
Do you have some food you want to talk about?
Oh no,
okay.
I tried like some of the breakfast food. That was it.
Okay. No, I'm speaking of Hyperspace Mountain.
Yes.
So Hyperspace Mountain is one of my favorite overlays ever.
Yeah. It's way more than just projections. It's super
great.
Cool.
Well, frankly, listen, if you turn the corner and it's pitch black and you just start hearing dun, 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 you like already start getting the Star Wars chills. Like, so cool. I'd say I went the lines are insane. They're like 2+ hours. I went at rope drop, and the line for fast passes was longer than the line to ride it. I walked right on the ride because people were in line for fast pass. Then I got off and went right back in line, and it was like a 20-minute wait. So it's manageable if you go early. Yeah. How about you? What'd you do? Fast pass?
I fast passed it, then went on it, then used my fast pass.
Oh, okay.
No, so I went on it 3 times. I got a fast pass. I went on it. I waited again, went on it, and then used my fast pass.
How long were the waits?
It wasn't bad. I went pretty early too. I got there like park them to 8. I got there like 9.
Okay.
The fast passes were still like I got at like 10:30 to 11:30.
Nice.
I think I went on a good day though. The most I saw it at was like 70.
Oh yeah, that's slow.
So it wasn't bad at all. I only waited at 9 like 25 minutes each. So
nice.
It wasn't a
Must have been a big blackout day for most passes.
Yeah, it wasn't that much of a wait, but like worth it.
Oh my god, so worth it. Worth making a special trip out for it if you can before it leaves.
And you got a while. You have a while.
Yeah, you have a while. If you're a Star Wars fan, totally worth it. The cool thing is, so when you're going up that tunnel, of course they have the projections of like light speed or hyperspeed. What's light speed? Is that
No,
I think that's
speed.
Spaceballs or I don't know, whatever. No, that's ludicrous speed. Anywho,
Light speed to
yeah. So they've got the projections going. All I gotta say is, and I know this isn't possible in Space Mountain, but imagine if that had been a launch.
Oh, so cool.
Oh my god, because you've got like these hyperspeed lights going, but you're moving up very slowly. You're just climbing that hill slow. So like that's a bit of a bummer, but of course I wouldn't expect new launch.
No, I don't.
Can you imagine if they did that though and didn't tell anybody? That'd be amazing.
I don't know if it's just like I haven't been on Space Mountain in a while or whatever, even though I have. I don't know if the overlay just make it feels like it, but I feel like the ending is somewhat faster.
I don't know about faster,
reason.
but I will tell you something. The track was unrecognizable to me.
Oh, yeah.
Which is weird, because I did it twice, and the second time I paid attention for it. You know the part where, like, there's really only one small drop.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it either time. Like, I don't remember what moment it was.
There's a TIE fighter. There's almost like a full model. And he's like right in front of you, and you duck down under him.
I don't know why, but like, and that's what I love about the overlay. Same with Ghost Galaxy. I feel like it's just a very different experience, even though it's the same exact track. I loved it. As you mentioned, there's spaceship projections and stuff, which, in my opinion, are done better than Ghost Galaxy. But the thing that I loved more is there's lights in there that makes it look like them shooting at you and back and forth. And it was so good. I love hyperspace.
Yeah, there's like laser effects, as well as there's actually.
I don't know if they're lasers.
They're not lasers. They're like almost like a strand of light.
It's just a strand of light. And when you're zooming past it, it's just.
Yeah. But there's also, I think there's 2 or 3 like models.
Yeah, in there. Yeah.
As well.
It was, I don't remember models, to be honest, but maybe it goes fast. So
yeah.
I will say I did once in the front row. I don't know if it's the best seat, to be honest, because with the projections and stuff, you're going past these things fast. I feel like the stuff that is more noticeable is the stuff that's stationary and you just zip past it, but a lot of the projections are like moving quickly as well. So in those cases, it's just difficult to see. It's a great overlay. I love Hyperspace Mountain.
So good.
If it stayed, I don't know if I would be that upset.
Neither would I.
It's kind of fantastic. And I hope it comes back at some point.
Oh, it has to.
It's so good.
The thing is, like, we're now in that era again where we're getting a Star Wars movie every year.
So it'd be nice, even if it was just for a month. I mean, it's unfortunate that they're every December, because I feel like it's not the most ideal time for those to be there. But if they did like December through February or something like that every year, I'd be so cool with that. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, anything else about Season of the Force that we missed?
Beautiful.
It is great. Go experience it.
And it's like you said with the dark and light side, it's kind of a different atmosphere at night even too.
Oh yeah.
Because they have one side lit up red and one side lit up blue.
They did a great job with it.
Yeah.
They did a really Listen, if Season of the Force is this exciting, can't wait for Star Wars Land. So it's pretty cool. But while we're at Disneyland, I do want to mention Paint the Night dinner packages are coming.
Yeah, January.
January 11th, which is interesting because that's the day after everything closes. So my feeling here is that they're expecting Paint the Night crowds to be insane, considering there will be no Fantasmic. So that means Blue Bayou, you can get a dinner package and get fast passes, I guess, or reserved seating on Main Street. And at Aladdin's Oasis, you can get a dinner package and a reserved seating at Small World.
I have an idea to lessen the crowds of Paint the Night.
Kick people out.
Bring back the original World of Color.
Oh, well.
So people will actually go see it.
Yeah, that's going through, like, September, isn't it? Yeah. It's not a bad idea. I
Just a
concur.
thought.
I concur. Or put Neil Patrick Harris in Paint the Night so people will stop seeing it.
That too. No, but
I don't hate him. I just want that on the record. It's just overkill.
It's too much.
It's too much. I don't hate him. Please.
But like, this is just an observed fact I saw. I went to see World of Color Celebrate for the second time ever because they only saw it one time in May, and then I never wanted to go back. But I had friends, so I went to go see it, and we had no fast passes. We walked it like the.
You had no fast
fast passes. We walked up 20 minutes before the show.
Youch.
Every section was maybe a third full.
Would they let you in the section?
Oh yeah, I was like, how, do you open this 5 minutes before? She's just like, go in. We're not gonna fill.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like you went on a kind of dead day though, but it was a Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Saturday night.
That's crazy. How was? Do you know if Winter Dreams was any different attendance wise?
Well, it's weird because I saw Winter Dreams the week before and it was crowded.
Okay, very.
So I don't know if it's just Celebrate is also at 10:15 and Winter Dreams is at 9. So maybe I don't know. People are tired, but like there was nobody.
Interesting. Take note, Disney. Take note. But yeah, just wanted to mention that Paint the Night, of course, is a fantastic show. The crowds are going to get crazier as of January 11th. I just thought that was funny. January 11th, that starts. Anything else about that? No? Okay. Moving on to DCA while we're over on the West Coast. Let's talk about Cars Land for a second. And listen, this is something we don't talk a ton about, which is consumer products on here. But there's something that they're doing over in Cars Land that I'm kind of impressed with. I'm not going to say I'm going to collect it, but Cars Land Precision Series model is happening where essentially you can build Cars Land, Radiator Springs, because they made, at your house. It's kind of like, if you're
your office.
If you're, sure, that's even better. If you're a train set kind of person, you'll probably love this. But they're building models of each building in Cars Land, which is, of course, from the movie, and they're nice. Now, you said you saw it, like, set up.
Yeah, they have it in one of the stores.
In Sarge's surplus hut.
Yeah.
Yep. And, but it's not fully there yet, is it? Because I know
It looked fully
okay,
like a full model.
So maybe they have the full model there, but they're actually releasing it per month, I think. It's now through 2018. So it's a long time.
It's like pin collecting.
Yeah, right. You're going to be able to buy it piece by piece, and right now Flo's V8 Cafe is out. That's the only one, I think. There's another one coming out soon.
It's cool. It's like a instead of buying something full out, you do monthly payments.
Yeah.
And eventually you get it.
And it lights up. It lights up at night just like Cars Land, and it's really beautiful. It's worth mentioning. Like I said, we don't normally talk about consumer products on here, but
I was into cars.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, let's face it. Cars is a consumer product machine.
Oh, yeah.
That's why Cars still exists, because it sells a lot of toys. So it's very smart.
Now, if it was a Paint the Night like float.
Oh, shut up! You just got me excited.
Or map.
Map.
I don't know how that would work.
You would buy individual characters of map. And you know what'd be funny if like the storyteller at the beginning, you could change his clothes into Finn. Or Flynn rather, sorry. And each role that they played. That'd be hilarious.
But no, if they had like a Paint the Night one that you could collect,
that'd be awesome.
Super cool.
I think they did have Main Street Electrical Parade collectibles of some sort. I don't know if it was every float. But that'd be cool if you could buy every float from Paint the Night. I would want that Tinkerbell one with the arm.
And then there's like a little one you can like.
That'd be awesome. Okay. Anyway, you can't get that, but you can get Cars Land. So that's happening. But now let's fly over to Walt Disney World, shall we? So over at Walt Disney World, we got some new announcements for Rivers of Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the official name, folks. No, Rivers of Light over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. They've released a bit more. Did you know that river's called Discovery River?
Yes.
I had no idea. So it's taking place on Discovery River. We have some storytellers as hosts. It looks very much not Disney character driven, which I think I'm curious if they can pull that off in today's day and age. I feel like it's kind of like an Epcot thing.
I was going to say it's like very similar to Illuminations.
Yes, but don't you feel that everything new that's added to Epcot is like we're getting a Frozen ride? Like the original intention was to be much more than just IP stuff.
I mean, they just opened an exhibit in Innoventions called Colortopia. That's just about color.
Yeah, how well do you think that's doing?
I think it's doing pretty good.
Come on.
I mean, in the thing, you like paint Disney characters. But.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, so I don't know how it'll do. I hope it does well as an independent like story. But I wouldn't be surprised if, like, eventually we start seeing Disney animals enter the story. But yeah, they have these storytellers as hosts that are apparently on these, what are they called?
Barges.
The barges, thank you. And one of the things that I love, my favorite when it comes to any type of show, is when something that you're looking at all day turns into something different at night and becomes part of the show. And that's what's going to happen with the Tree of Life. They're having, I guess, fireflies bring it to life. Map projection. And it's going to be beautiful. And it's coming spring of 2016.
My question is, similar to Paradise Pier, will Expedition Everest have to close during that show?
Why would you think? Noise or?
Yeah, or if I feel like
is it that close?
Yeah, it's like right by the river or right by the lake.
I hope. Well, I guess California Screaming's a coaster. I was going to say I don't know if they can close such an e-ticket attraction, but I don't know.
That's the question.
Maybe it'll close so that they can fix the Yeti.
We can only hope.
Disco Yeti. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. The more I hear about it, the more excited I am about it. I think just that park at night, I think it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great first step to making it a full day park. And also at Walt Disney World, you heard about Captain EO, yes?
Yeah. He's leaving.
Bye-bye. Again. So Captain EO, last day, December 6th. I didn't realize this. That theater's called the Magic Eye Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what it was called at Tomorrowland before it became the Tomorrowland Theater?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's why I confused it. I don't know.
I didn't realize that they shared the same name. But I don't know. Did you hear about the replacement?
The shorts?
Yeah.
Shorts.
It's going to be like 3 animated shorts. It's going to be a full-on 4D experience. Does this fit? I guess it depends on the shorts that they choose, but does this fit that Future World area?
It's not even in Future World.
It's like by the Imagination Institute. It's not in World Showcase. It's in,
Epcot's random.
Well, that's my concern. Is it's becoming more and more random as time passes. I don't know. Listen, I'm not sad that Captain EO is leaving. I've made it very clear I'm not a huge Captain EO fan. Especially at this point, I feel like it's so extraordinarily outdated. But I don't know. Animated shorts seems kind of lame. Unless it's lava.
We'll see.
Oh, it could be lava because what's right next to the Imagination Institute? Is it the land?
Living with the land.
Okay. So, did you know that building is
shaped like a
shaped like a volcano? They should turn that into lava. A long, long time ago, there was a volcano.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. That'd be cool, though. So in any case, Captain EO is closing, so go see it before December 6th, which is very, 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 very soon. I'm a little surprised.
This week.
Yeah, so go see it if you want to. But then there's something we need to talk about that I finally saw the video. I know you, of course, watched it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey and the Wondrous Book.
Yes.
OMG, good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't I know
hit
the
me.
story. I know what's happening in the story. I don't know what they're saying in the speaking part. But yeah.
Don't hit me, Pat, but like a billion times better than Magical Map.
I think there's pros and cons to both. I'm still...
Yeah, the con is Brave, but we'll get to that. I think it's really good. Like, really, really good. We're going to talk through this whole show real quickly because, first of all, you mentioned it briefly last week. I hadn't seen it at that point, so I just want to... Olaf, the Olaf puppet. So,
I don't know what it's... Because there's
it's
a part...
puppet.
Yeah, but there's a part
that's an
where,
animatronic.
Okay, like there's a part where he legit walks out without a head on.
Yeah, that's a remote control animatronic. But for most of the time, he's a puppet. Mm-hmm. Done very, very well when him popping off the screen. First of all, let's just say the LED screen is better. It starts out as map projection, I think, on the cover of the book, and then the book opens, and that LED screen is way better than the map. And I like what they do with the map, with the whole levels built into it, but it makes it difficult to see depending on where you're sitting. Mm-hmm. This is a flat book. It's much more seamless. I like it a lot more. The Olaf puppet's super cute. Starts with Jungle Book, which I think is so interesting. Did you have something to say about the opening number, though?
I was going to say I still like our original song better.
Agreed. I would agree with that. I don't know if it's because I've heard it a million more times and maybe I'm just more used to it. Because I remember not loving the Magical Map opening number either. And now I'm like, no, it's a fun song.
Yeah.
In imagination.
And like, we have paintbrushes. Come on.
That does it for you? The paintbrushes?
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
We have paintbrushes.
They don't got anything. They don't got bookmarks.
Giant bookmarks. People would be like, what is that? They'd have to put like the tassel on the end and that'd be whipping around. But yeah, so it starts with Jungle Book, which Baloo on the screen, and then King Louie comes out. Now, it's so interesting to me that they sing in English and speak in different languages, except for the genie who sings and speaks in English.
Yeah, I don't know.
The choices are weird.
So one thing that I don't really like is I think it looks weird having like, they have like the full on like character, like almost like a costume character on the screen with like an animated background.
They do that though with Mickey in Magical Map.
Well, it's just Mickey.
Okay.
Like, it was weird with the other characters.
Okay, it didn't bother me,
like,
but it's different.
Yen Sid is like,
he's an animated, he's an animated character, but the Mickey is a fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a mix of mediums, I guess. It's interesting because like it was a moving mouth, Baloo and stuff on screen, and I don't know. It's just funny to me that Jungle Book is like so relevant now. I don't know. It's never been one of my favorites, and I just think it's funny that it's in all these shows. After Jungle Book, okay, we got Little Mermaid, Tangled Brave. Starts with Mermaid, which of course, stick Ariel in a show. Frankly, there should only be one redhead in the show, and it should be Ariel. But it's, she's great. And then Rapunzel comes out. It's a little weird to me to have, I like it, but I don't like it, to have characters singing each other's songs.
Yeah. That's
a little weird. Because Ariel definitely sings some Tangled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you...
But it kind of makes sense. Both for like, I mean, that song could like pertain to, because she sings "When Will My Life Begin."
Yeah.
So Ariel like tags on at the end of that,
and it's nice. It's a little jarring. It's like first time you see Mickey's PhilharMagic and you see Ariel as a CG character. You're like, whoa, that's a different look for Ariel. Like, it's just a little jarring. Of course, then Merida comes out. And that ruins it all.
So good.
No, you hate it. Come on, you don't even like her.
I like that
You
song.
just like her because I hate her.
I like that song.
Okay, fine.
Mind you, I would like not. I would like still rather have Pocahontas or Mulan.
Yes.
But like I don't mind it.
I do. I don't like it.
Plus, I think her like little set thing that she comes on is pretty cool.
She has a nice set. I'll give her that. But yeah. There's only room for one redhead.
She can sing.
They should get a bow and arrow. And she doesn't even sing that in the movie, does she?
No.
No, it's like background songs. So
that's great.
Whatever. Now, I'm sure I'm wrong with this. I'm sure it's the video I saw, and this isn't actual. And if it is actual, this is the dumbest thing ever. There isn't an intermission, is there?
No.
Okay, cool. It must have been the video I watched because, like, a curtain came down and they cut to black and then, like, faded back in.
Oh, no.
And I was like, is there an intermission? I don't know if they had a technical mishap or something and they had to stop the show. I'm going to just assume it's that. I knew I had to have been wrong with that. I was like, it's a 27-minute show. We don't need an intermission here, folks. Let's see. After the intermission, there was the no-head Olaf, which maybe they were having problems with no-head Olaf, which is cute. He just he like scurries out, very kind of BB-8-ish, just roll on out. It's cute. I love it. Then there's the Aladdin section, which, oh, wow, you know it by heart. How many times have you watched it?
Like 3.
3 times. Nice. Yeah, the Aladdin section.
I didn't love it.
You didn't like the Aladdin section?
I think I'm biased because I like Aladdin here. Yeah. But, no, yeah, I didn't. It wasn't my favorite.
I will agree. It wasn't my favorite either, especially since, like, the genie wasn't a genie.
Yeah, he had, like, this weird, like, prosthetic headpiece on.
Yeah, it was strange. And I will say, like, one of the things I liked more about this over Map was the set pieces were the stage changed a lot during the show, and I think Aladdin one of the bigger changes. So I like that, but yeah, it wasn't my favorite section. I do like the reveal of Aladdin and Jasmine though. Yeah, there's this cool like magic carpet thing where like the dancers
go in and then they wrap a carpet around them and then they open it and it's like Aladdin and Jasmine come out.
Yeah, and I knew something was gonna happen. Like, why are they like wrapping these people to suffocation? And I was like, something's gonna happen here. But it was a little surprise. I was like, oh, okay, there's Aladdin and Jasmine for like 2 seconds, and then they just run off stage. But it was a cool little trick. But once, like I said before, the genie speaks English for some reason. So the general rule is if they're speaking, it's a different language. Was it Chinese?
Yes.
Chinese, I think. And then if they're singing in English, which begs the question, when our films get released over there, when they sing, do they sing in English?
Maybe.
I don't think so. But in any case, it's what happens in the show. It's a little weird. So the Aladdin section happens. Princess and the Frog. Okay. I need to go back and watch Princess and the Frog. I love it.
It's great.
Like, the Princess and the Frog section is probably my favorite section in the show. It's my favorite section of the map as well.
Too,
yeah. I love the music in Princess and the Frog is so good.
Yeah.
Like, really good. And maybe it's because it's just a different sound for a Disney animated film, because, correct me if I'm wrong, Randy Newman had only done Pixar before Princess and the Frog. I think he had only done Pixar, and they'd never been musicals.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I love the sounds of Princess and the Frog, and I wish that New Orleans Square did something with those characters and made Tiana's place and whatever. But in any case, they have the live trumpeter, sure, whichever it is, for this section, very much like Magical Map. And yeah, I loved it. And she sings 2 songs.
Yeah, she sings like the beginning verse and chorus of Almost There into Dig a Little Deeper.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
And she's in her beignet cooking outfit.
Yeah. She's not in the big dress. I don't. It's great. Watch the video just for that section if you don't watch the whole thing. It's great. And then I do have to admit, the entrance for Frozen is very nice.
Really?
I really loved it. The book separates, and you got this beautiful backlit Elsa. Do I like the whole Let It Go thing? No. But I thought her entrance was beautiful. The snow starts falling. It was a little unexpected. We have Anna speaking Chinese.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Yeah, I don't know. I really liked the Frozen entrance.
Okay.
You didn't like it?
That was my favorite.
Okay. It took me a little by surprise. Then there's a section after the Frozen thing where like these pages from the book rip off and start floating around the stage.
So if you've seen Map here, obviously there's a part where Mickey goes into the map and then he gets pushed out of it by Yensid, and there's an effect where he gets pushed up and then real Mickey comes out. So they try to do the same effects here in Wondrous Book where Mickey's in the book, and they try to get him out. So you see these, like, he's on this page, and these 2 pages, like, fold in, and Olaf, like, pushes him out, and then the pages separate, and it looks like he popped out of the page.
I loved it. I thought it was a very good effect.
The cool segment is, like, he's stuck in the Frozen section, so he's, like, cold, and once he pops out, he, like, brushes snow off of him.
It's great. I really, really enjoyed that. I thought it was smart. And then the montage at the end, I thought was brilliant. So the pages of the book just keep turning, and you basically see pages from every movie they didn't have in there, from Beauty and the Beast to Snow White to Cinderella, and then they even bring out like these flags at the end, like or banners with.
It could be the bookmarks. Who knows?
With 101 Dalmatians and a bunch of other movies and stuff, which I thought was smart because that's just an easy fit. Listen, if there's a new Disney animated film they want to stick in there, make a banner or stick a page in, like, and it's smart, and I really liked it. I was really impressed with Mickey and the Wondrous Book, folks. I kind of feel gypped with Magical Map now.
Pros and cons.
Yeah. I thought you said Frozen comes for a second, and I was like, what does that mean?
Frozen's coming here. To Map.
It's coming to everything. Oh, when is that going to happen? Seriously. In any case, I think that does it, unless you want to add anything about it. I think that means it's trivia time! Oh, okay, Patrick, would you like to ask me first?
Sure. So earlier we were talking about Season of the Force and Hyperspace Mountain.
Star Wars question, okay.
Hyperspace Mountain.
Okay.
You wrote it. Hello.
I love it.
Come on. Well, in the queue...
I knew you were going to say that.
Do you know what battle this is, what planet this is over?
Oh. Endor.
No.
Is Endor a real planet, or is that just made up for Star Tours?
No, Endor's a real planet.
Hoth.
No.
I'm just trying to think of planets I know the names of.
In the queue, Akbar.
Akbar, I remember seeing Akbar.
There's an Imperial starship of our planet. Blah, blah, blah.
That's a pretty decent Akbar.
I'm good. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Yeah, that was very good. I like it. He mentions a planet. What did I say already? Endor and Hoth. Those are like
naming.
Those are like the 2 planets I know the names of. The sandy one.
Tatooine.
Tatooine.
No. I'll give you a hint. Ready?
Yeah.
It's the new planet in episode 7.
Oh, I have no idea.
I said it earlier.
I know you did. I did. They're like, it's like in one ear out the other. These names are just too complicated.
Jakku.
Jakku. How do you spell Jakku?
J-U-K-U? J-A-U-K-U?
J-A-K-U?
Jakku.
I don't know. Okay, so we're battling over Jakku.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a starship.
Please do that again. Please do that again.
That was a bad one.
No, do it again. Make it better.
I can't. That's the one time I'm like, Jakku. Anyway, do you have a trivia?
It's my favorite question. I have a trivia from a viewer whose name I apologize. I'm gonna butcher. This isn't a good question for the
viewer
genie.
trivia. I'm gonna ask the genie.
Well, it's not a yes or no question.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Arini Perez, Arieny, A-R-I-E-N-Y. Arieny Perez?
Just butcher that name.
Let's see.
It is certain.
I apologize. I don't know how to say your name. I believe I met you at the D23 Expo. I think it's you who emailed. In any case, Ms. Perez, thank you for writing in with a trivia question. What does WALL-E stand for? Do you have any idea? He's asking the genie, folks. For those of you listening.
Yes.
No. Any guesses on what WALL-E stands for? What does he do? It has to do with his job. He collects.
Eco.
Starts with W.
Waste.
Waste.
Allotment.
Nope.
Assignment.
Mm-mm.
Waste allocation.
Yep, waste allocation. Then there's 2 L's.
Waste allocation.
This is like what he physically does.
Lifts.
That's the second part. What is he lifting? This is good.
Waste allocation leverage lifting.
Nope.
Leaf.
Nope. He picks up a
Lever.
No. The stuff he picks up is
it's like dirt.
It's a
It's dirt. You like waste.
It's a load.
Waste allocation load leverage lifter.
Load lifter.
Lifter.
Waste allocation load lifter. And then the E is, what class is he? What planet?
Earth.
Earth class. So waste allocation load lifter Earth class. That is what WALL-E stands for.
I got allocation.
Hey, good job on that. Very
that's
good.
A big word.
I already forgot the planet. There were Jabu?
Jakku.
Jakku.
It's a trap.
Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for us this week. I hope we see you again next week. Of course, you can connect with us on places like
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram,
Tumblr,
SoundCloud, iTunes.
all those places. You can check it all out at DisneyCoastToCoast.com. Hope you all have a fabulous week. We'll see you next time. Bye. Say bye, Akbar.
Jakku.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Hey, folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm Patrick Dougal.
And today we're going to go on a cruise around the world.
We are?
Not really.
Oh, no.
But we're going to be talking about the Disney Cruise Line, which has become like a huge part of the company.
Yeah.
It used to be this little thing that had,
Two ships,
had very specific places that they went, and now it's like really global.